Hi guys, welcome to a new location. I just arrived in one of my favorite cities in Europe after a 12-hour flight from Singapore. Today we are visiting the beautiful capital of Greece, Athens. Athens is the baker mat of Western civilization, and that is visible throughout the city. Nowadays the Greek capital is a fairly modern city, but on almost every street corner you will find an ancient ruin. The city is full of beautiful sights and actually seems like an open-air museum. When you think of Athens, you immediately think of the Acropolis, but there's so much more to discover. And to help you on your way out for your visit to Athens, I will take you to all the most important places and sites in Athens, so you won't have to miss out on anything. And because it's a Sunday, the best way to start this vlog is at the Monastiriki district, because on Sundays there is a flea market. So let's go. It's a 5-minute walk from here. I will stay for 3 nights in the Bedbox hostel. It's very close to the Monastiriki square, so that's very easy. I will stay here in Athens for 3 days in total. Tomorrow we'll visit the Acropolis and all the other important ancient ruins, but yeah, today we are going to walk around, stroll around the city center, the beautiful districts and the shopping streets. Here we are at the flea market of Monastiriki.
Πριν χαλάσει τα σχέδια, συντονιζόμαστε στον αντιολιγαρχικό, αντιπολεμικό, αντιπολεμικό.
Here you can also find lots of good restaurants or cheap street food. And here we arrive at Monastiriki Square, the epicenter of Athens. Here you have a beautiful Orthodox church, and that's the way to the Acropolis. Monastiriki is really one of my favorite quarters here in Athens. Look at the Plaka and Agora Central Market. A real Athens authentic place. And here you have the fish section. Not the most cozy street to walk around, but in the middle of the street you can find the Greek Orthodox Church, and it connects the Monastiriki Square with the Syntagma Square. So this church is called the Panagia Kapnikerea Church, the Greek Orthodox Church. Let's have a look from closer. Very beautiful inside. Now let's go to Syntagma Square. Here in Ermo Street you can find all the popular brands from Zara to H&M to Foot Locker. They're all here. Street art is here on a Sunday in Ermo Street, and here we are at Syntagma Square, the famous Syntagma Square, where most of the protests are held here in the country. Syntagma Square was built in 1834, and a few years later the Palace of the Greek Kings was built here. Now today it is housed by the Greek Parliament. So right in front of me is the building of the Greek Parliament, and in front of that a statue of an unknown soldier. With a beautiful Greek flag. Let's have a look. Every hour you can watch the change of guards in front of the Greek Parliament, and we were lucky we just saw it. These traditionally dressed guards are responsible for the security of the Parliament building and the tomb of the unknown soldier. Now I go back to my hostel because it's after 2 p.m. and I just left my luggage there. I couldn't check in because I was there around 11 a.m. from the airport, so let's check in real quickly. And I also really need to charge my phone, so now let's continue. Now I'm on my way to the next interesting place here in Athens. It's a 50-minute walk from my hostel. The National Archaeological Museum was built in 1866 and exhibits works of art and archaeological finds of Greek antiquity. Sadly enough, it's already closed. It closes at 3:30 p.m. but 8 years ago I visited this place and it was definitely worth a visit. So yeah, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you definitely need to come here. Now we are going to walk to the Koloniki district, but before that we also pass by the Academy of Athens, a really impressive building as well. And the Koloniki district is close to the Likavitos Hill. Afterwards we are going to take the cable car up the Likavitos Hill and then walk down before ending our day in the very popular Plaka district with the beautiful white houses. It's such a cozy district, especially in the evening, to just stroll around. Also a lot of good restaurants, going to eat something there. I want to try tzatziki and souvlaki. It's such a long time ago, 8 years, and it's really the best. You can buy it in Belgium from that quality. Also the moussaka I really need to take during this trip. And this is the National Library of Athens, right next to the Academy. There we have the Academy, beautiful building. The district of Kolonaki is not really a tourist area but more a living area for the locals. No restaurants to see here, so I'm now at the cable car station. I will just take the cable car up, have a view and then walk down, and we will eat something in a much more cozy part of Athens, the district of Plaka. Here we have the entrance of the cable car station. Check out this impressive view of Athens. Here we have a beautiful view of the Mediterranean Sea, surrounding hills. And there, 8 years ago, I had dinner with a beautiful view. And here a very beautiful view of the Acropolis. The cat is also enjoying the view. Also, the White Chapel of St. George is worth a picture. So really a beautiful place, the Ligavidos Hill. It's the highest peak of Athens with 272 meters, and it's not like the Acropolis, which is a plateau. This one is a rocky hill. I was here 8 years ago with my ex-girlfriend, and we did a 1 month round trip island hopping through Greece, and we started and ended our trip here in Athens. And it's one of my favorite holidays ever. It was so nice. I think I was like, how old was I? 22, 23. It was my first long trip. And yeah, first time in Greece as well. We visited the islands of Paros, Milos, Ios, Santorini, Crete, Naxos, Andros and Mykonos. And then we came back to Athens and stayed here for another 2 days. It was wonderful. And my favorite island, by the way, was Milos. Milos was really fantastic. It was so beautiful and not that touristy. Maybe now, 8 years later, it is a little more touristic. But yeah, back then it was so nice. Wonderful views. We are back down in Kolonaki, and from here it's a 20-minute walk to Plaka in the Cathedral of Athens. The Cathedral of Athens, officially the Cathedral of the Annunciation of the Mother of God or Great Metropolitan, was built in the mid-19th century. The Greek Orthodox Church was built with stones from the ruins of various Byzantine churches. Now let's have a look inside. Welcome to the historical district of Plaka. Here we are at the square of Plaka, the heart where all the best struts are. I ate something here at restaurant Diogenes. Let's see if there is place. Still place enough. ordered tzatziki as a starter and moussaka as a main dish. Look at this cozy terrace. And here you have the moussaka. How good is this looking? So that was a beautiful Plaka district, and that's also the end of the day because it's getting cold and also dark. So I'm going back to the hotel and have a shower, and I'll see you guys in the morning because then we are going to visit the Acropolis and we're going to dive deeper into the Greek ancient history. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning guys, day 2 here in Athens. I'm now on my way to the bakery at the Monastiriki Square, my favorite bakery, and then I go to the Acropolis. So I have my breakfast. I'm enjoying my breakfast. I'm on my way to the Acropolis. Here we are at the entrance, and there's already a long queue. It's 9 AM. But I can't go in yet because they do it with slots, and there are now too many people inside. I can go back around 10:45, so I have 90 minutes to spare. So I just bought my ticket, 30 euros, not only for the Acropolis but also for the Ancient Agora and the Olympian. It includes all of the ruins here around the Acropolis here in Athens. And if you're going to the Acropolis or you go back down, you can walk through these very nice olive trees. There you already have a glimpse of the Pantheon. And here you have the Acropolis Museum. Sadly enough, the entrance is not included with the Acropolis combined ticket of 30 euros. That means I'm not going to visit it. I did it already 8 years ago. But if it's your first time here in Athens, it's definitely worth a visit. But I think one time is enough, and I'm not really a museum enthusiast. So that's why I'm not going to go inside. But for now, I'm going to visit first the Temple of Zeus, the Olympian, and Olympianica Stadium. I still have 1 hour and 20 minutes left before I need to go back to the entrance of the Acropolis. Here we are passing by the Arch of Adrian on our way to the Olympian. That's already the site of Olympian, but the entrance is on the other side. This is the gateway to the Olympian. So the Olympian, as you can see today, are the remains of a large temple dedicated to Zeus. This temple was built in the 6th century BC, but work on it continued until the 2nd century AD. When the temple was finished, it was the largest temple in Greece. However, the temple quickly fell into disrepair after being destroyed during hostile invasions. The temple was never restored, and the marble was used to build other buildings. And as you can see today here, not many visitors as well, and there is construction going on the temple itself. So, except being a beautiful location, also a nice view of the Acropolis, there's not that much to see here. But if you have the ticket that you can access all the sites, then you can also stop by here just to stroll around for like 15 minutes, I guess. And after we finished all of the Greek ancient sites today, we are going to stroll around the district of Anafiotika. It's I think the most beautiful district here in Athens. It's small. You can stroll around the narrow alleys and admire the whitewashed houses. Our next stop is the Panathinaiko Stadium. So I paid 10 euros entrance fee. So the Panathinaiko Stadium was built in the 4th century BC by Lycurgus to host athletic competitions. It was the site of the first games in honor of goddess Athena, and it was the site of the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. You can imagine how many history this place had. It's so amazing that you can still visit this place. Let's check the main ground. With the symbol of the Olympics on top of the stadium. And here you have every held Olympic Games: Seoul 1988, Beijing 2008, London 2012. So we made it onto the site of the Acropolis. It is so crowded. The Acropolis is a 156-meter high table mountain that towers over the city. Wherever you go in Athens, you can't lose sight of the Acropolis. It's the city's most important place and a symbol of Greece. We will see the Parthenon, the Erechtheion, the Temple of Nike, the Propylaea, the Theater of Dionysus, and the Odeon of Herodes Atticus. Here you have the beautiful Odeon of Herodes Atticus. The Theater of Herodes Atticus is located on the south side of the Acropolis. This site does not date back to the Greek antiquity like most of the other ruins here on the Acropolis, but to Roman times. The Roman consul Herodes Atticus had the theater built in the 2nd century AD in honor of his wife. The theater accommodates 500 spectators and there are still open air performances this day. Really impressive. There you see the Temple of Athena Nike, named after the goddess Nike and Athena, and Nike was the goddess of victory. And it's also the smallest place of worship on this hill. And here you have a closer look of the temple of Athena Nike. This one. It's really crazy crowded here. Also a lot of schools, but as you can see, and they're working with visitor slots, so there are still a lot of people waiting at the entrance to get in. So we just entered the top of the hill through the Propylaea. It's the entryway to the Acropolis, and it was built in 432 BC with white marble Doric columns, as you can see here. And here you have the most famous temple in Greece, the Parthenon. It's also under construction like the Temple of Zeus, but for a small part. The Parthenon was built in honor of the goddess Athena Parthenos and is said to be on the spot where the goddess planted an olive tree to raise the city. She was the patron goddess of Athens and also lent her name to the city.
Right, stand right.
Check out the breathtaking view. This is the more beautiful side of the Parthenon. And on the east side of the Acropolis you can find a viewpoint with a giant flag of Greece. And from here you can see the Olympion, Temple of Zeus, and there the Panathinaiko Stadium.
Wow.
And there you have the Erechtheion. The Erechtheion was also a really important place here on the Acropolis. According to Greek myths, this was the place of the battle between the gods of Athena and Poseidon for the city. The Ionic-style temple is therefore an important place for the locals. The Erechtheion from the other side. So now we have to walk back through the Propylea to go to the last stop here on the Acropolis side, the Theatre of Dionysus. Here you have the Theatre of Dionysus Eleuthерus, located on the south side of the Acropolis of this hill. And 8 years ago you could just take a seat here, but now you can't. And yeah, that was the last stop here on the Acropolis. Now I'm hungry, I want to eat a gyros. I just saw that we are only 5 minutes away from the Anafiotika district, so we are first going to stroll around there before eating something. The Anafiotika district is located right next to the Acropolis. Check out how nice. The Anafiotika district is the oldest district of Athens and is located between Plaka and the Acropolis. The district was created when construction workers from the Greek islands were brought to Athens to work here. According to a local legend, these construction workers built an entire district with their houses in it with their own hands in one night. I don't know if it's true, but that would be spectacular. Here you have a little overview of the Anafiotika district. It's not a large area by far, it's very small. Now let's go eat something in the Monastiriki district because I'm starving and it's close to the ancient Agora. Let's eat some gyros and tzatziki here. And of course I ordered some tzatziki and pork gyros. Look how good this looks. So we had some very good food. I'm full. Now let's go to the Ancient Agora. The Ancient Agora was the center of ancient Athens and was the most important place of the city. It was used for trade, military parade, democratic elections, religious events and theater performances. The Agora also housed important buildings such as the Senate, the courthouse and the Parliament building. Today it is a large park where you can also find the Temple of Hephaestus and the Stoa of Attalos. It's really a very well-preserved city. Yeah, so this was ancient Athens with the Acropolis on the top of the hill. So much history. And here you have the Temple of Hephaestus. Here we have a great view over the ancient Agora. And here you have the Holy Church of the Holy Apostles of Solakis. So enough ancient Greek history for this video. Now the next stop we are going to make is in a small and very special street in the center of Athens. Here it is, Little Cook Street. In Snow White's theme. Now for the last stop of this video we are going to the port of Athens, to Piraeus, where you can watch the ferry goes to the Greek islands and stroll around the beautiful district there. Castella, I think it is called.
Σύνδεση μετρά. Connection with.
So there you have the municipality theater of Piraeus. And we are here in the center of the district city of Piraeus, and we are going to the port now. And here you have already a very beautiful church. So Piraeus played an essential role in ancient Athens. Here, extensive trade was conducted with merchants from all over the Mediterranean. Today, Piraeus is still the most important port of the city. You can stroll here around for a few hours, visit the beautiful marinas, the beaches, and the picturesque district of Castella. Or you can just do it as a quick stop when you are boarding the ferries to one of the Greek islands. Love Piraeus. If you're not taking a picture in a city when you find this logo like this, you've never been there. And there you have Votsalakia beach. Not one of the most beautiful beaches you will find here in Greece, but yeah, from the mainland, a small island just in front of it. So here we are at the Castella district. A very nice view of the Mediterranean coast. So we are here on the top of the Castello district, top of the hill, and you have here the church of the prophet Elias. Beautiful church. And this is also the place where I will end this video, my vlog of Athens. 2 days we stayed here, and yeah, we had a wonderful time. I also want to visit the Kaisarani monastery, but it happens to be closed tomorrow and already at 3 p.m. every day, so I couldn't make it there. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up and a reaction in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Location, and I will see you again in another location. Ciao!
If you send me the location, then I'll be right there.